Welcome, everybody. It is time for Pac-Attack, the PlayStation version, a Puzzle Wednesday first. I am Color Thief, and joining me on mic, we have Juicey, and we have Rodrick, who is muted. Okay. And we also have Rune. Uh, so, so So when Arcade Archives released Cosmo Gang the Puzzle last week, we just had to schedule an unscheduled pack attack bracket, an emergency pack attack bracket, if you will. So the vanilla rule set. I mean, I don't know this version super well, but this is a special Namco Anthology 2, I believe, which was not released in North America, and it but it's a good one. I mean, it has this fully realized and fleshed out sequel to Pack Attack, like a substantial update to the Cosmo and Pack Attack originals. Is that the Lord John Trashboat I've heard so much talk about? Oh yeah. So if you're not in, you got to get in. Okay. Yeah, because it'll. Oh, we're all clear. Perfect. Forgive a basic stream load here. We just want to have a good time and play some Pac-Attack. So, might be a little basic this time around. So I was multitasking there. Who got the point? In player 2, yeah. Yeah. Because No provided the code. Yeah. Oh, No got the point. I can respect it. I think it's a way of hard committing to not clearing lines until you receive garbage. Okay, relatively even. But unlike the first Pac-Attack, the rising screen in this version, it really does feel threatening. Like you've got to respect it or else you're going to be murdered. Interesting. Well, so even if you sacrifice it, if you don't kill, your opponent just gets a lot of ammunition. So the format tonight, I'm not sure we announced it, it is first to 3 games. So Note is on set point here. Nice to see so many players excited to play some Pac-Attack. You know, I don't think anyone thinks of it, but this was the stream, a Pac-Attack bracket, that first encouraged me to join Puzzle Wednesday. And be certain, you know, this is a community I want to be a part of. Y'all are having a good time playing Pac-Attack. I want in. Pac-Attack? You were talking, I think, just historic anecdotes about the development of the Puzzle Wednesday community. Yeah. Good chance here we might see third fairy. I think that fairy's coming, though. Those bars are almost charged. One or... Absolutely. That was pretty close, but Note is going to take that 3-0. All right. Let's see who's up next. Oh, I'm playing MasaQueen. Um, I'm about to find out. It looks normal for me so far. Oh, be standard or veteran? I forget the rule set. Okay. Yup. You're not watching stream? The screen watching. The all clear? Awesome. Well, geez, Masa. Thank you. Then I can see it as well. Yeah, what is this? Ah, DQ. That's too bad. Oh, oop. Uh, that was definitely not me. What kind of jerk would do that? Oof. Yo, Australian leg and loading screens. Let's go. That would be cursed. That's oh, denied. You need a smidge more speed there, Mr. Juicy. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. So, how do you know it's an apple? I don't see anything on screen to... Yeah. Oh, that's where it shows up. Okay, 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 okay. That's cool. I didn't notice that detail. And what's the conversion from fruit to damage? Is that well understood? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's how much is coming. Okay, so maybe we can work it out then with a few more attacks. So cherry looks like 1 bar. Ooh. Okay, interesting. That means the cutoffs are pretty important. Like, the difference between needing 3 ghosts and 4 ghosts is massive. It's wild that they put so much effort into this game and then never really did anything with it. It could have been a standalone game. Okay, Juicey's got a big one, but he's going to seal his position here. He really needs to find a line clear, but that's much easier said than done. He's... Oh, and he ran out of room and had to stack over it. That's going to be rough. Oh! Oh! Wait, is that the first or the second point? It says at the bottom? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's immensely helpful. They gave 2 digits just so you can play the epic first to 100. Oh, an orange. Yeah, 3 lines. So I wonder what perfect efficiency looks like. Is there risk reward? Like, if does it take fewer? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, this is really tight for both players, but Juicey finds the double. And Juicey gets a more lucrative downstack from the ferry. Oh, and another orange coming Rune's way. This is going to be very, very threatening. He's playing well, but he's going to have limited options here with this space. Meanwhile, Juicey has enough space to greed for another fairly large attack. Oh, he doesn't go for it, though. Okay, another orange from Juicey. Okay, Juicey's finding enough line clears. Rune is in a... Whoa, he got the ferry? Oh, never mind. Rune is so alive right now. Okay, the problem is so is Juicey. Which, honestly, good for him. He needs to get on the board. Nice strawberry come from Juicey. I feel like Juicey's woken up a little bit. He's finding efficiency through very nice attacks. So when I greeted the most, was I only an orange or did I get something better? Like, oh, okay. Okay, Juicey's on the board. Yo. My comms are not on stream? I see it showing up in Mike in Ducks in OBS. How about down? Because I definitely see you. Oh no, the Discord is messed up. What the hell? Okay, you should be good now.
Test, test. Hello, hello.
Okay.
Okay, ooh. This spire, this column one well. Ooh, the column one well. But we have fairy?
Don't get fairy.
Alright. The sword of Damocles is over my head. Does it fall? Did that count as a real game, Juicy? I'm
They
putting you on
don't
the spot.
like it, but I did play the video game. That is majorly distracting, though.
Now, I hate to put you on the spot a little bit like that. Feel free to say no. I am saying this in the interests of both the bracket will progress a little faster if there is not a laggy Australian in it, and also in terms of, we did play Pac-Attack, but, you know, it wasn't quite a real game.
Put a Twitch poll. Last 5 seconds. Sorry, I didn't sign up for the PAL version. That's still so funny that it's literally going at 50 frames per second.
No, to me, this is how all video games feel.
Oh man, I'm so sorry for you.
That's not entirely true, but that is how I used to play NES Tetris at 50 frames per second.
That's crazy. What says we played Pack Panic? That's not untrue. I'm sorry, Ruin. I'm gonna axe you. Just this once. Yeah. I don't wanna murder you, but
Okay. Well, go ahead and tell the TO what the result of that game was. Because yeah, like the TO is asking, what was the result of that game? It's not for me to say.
damn. Okay.
Alright, it looks like the result is that I got DQ'd. That's fine.
The only thing I'm gonna say on that is if we have to do that in the future with other games, that's gonna be even more rough. So I'd rather set the precedence now. Because I was thinking, one of the other games that I really want to do is Tetris Cardcaptor Sakura. And our connection is not going to be playable on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, certainly. No, I believe I am sitting out from most of our Duck Station brackets until
It's
a new version comes out.
disappointing.
Yeah. No, well, nope, that's what we were here to test. Well, that's what I was here to test today. I think everyone else was just here to play Pac-Attack. That's why I'm getting out.
Fair enough. Force that NTSC. All right. Next up on stream. We don't have either of these call to stream matches. Wait, is your code all numbers, CT?
Yes.
All right.
Auspicious.
All right, give me a sec. I'll be right there.
Hold on. There we go.
Can't believe it's time for Kirk Gamer.
I'm glad that he
Good to
is
see
Oh,
Kirk
yeah.
making it.
Yeah, you know.
recalling. Wait, okay. Apparently, I'm versus Rodney, not Kirk.
That would
TO error.
that would make more sense. Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, where? I'm trying to join you. I got an error code.
I think because CT has to make a new room, right? Or no?
Oh, no, I'm in here. Oh,
I'd love to be in there. Me too, I'm about to be in there.
What do we think of the Duck Station duck?
Reminds me of the chicken skin from Pac-Man 256. Guys don't have a memory card, press X.
I can't press X. I'm the 2.
Please, it's called the cross. The cross button.
The cross.
Speaking of the cross, we need to do Crossroad Crisis sometime soon.
Speaking,
That'd be very
yeah.
fun.
speaking of the
That
cross,
game is sweet.
we need to do what's it called?
Catholic Mass?
No. I'm thinking this is a cross.
Oh, wait, that's
This is a cross is-
Pochi Nya.
No,
Yeah,
Pochi,
Pochi.
not
Pochi.
That's a PS2 port, though.
Well, we still have Fightcade.
It's true. Alright. So, CT is woken to the greed. Rodney takes showers in it every day. That being said, his right side transition was a little goofed there, so unfortunately, CT's still gonna have to eat a little damage from Rodney, but not to the point where like, oh, needs to skim for a turn. But if CT gets this off, this is going to be brutal. One, two, three. That was like 7 lines. And now Rodney's going to be in the defense zone until he literally gets ferried. Okay. Both game plans have gotten a little bit linear. We got very defensive builds, and CT's kind of piecing his board back together. It is absolutely too early to like expect this, but I really hope we see like some real clutch mid-game, like, just apple and higher tier attacks as time goes on. Because, man, actually getting, like, big hits before a fairy reset activates all the neurons, man. Never count Hot Rod out. Rodney is bound for comebacks in every game. Like, the only games that I know Rodney is not absolutely cooking in right now is Mr. Driller, and that's just I think he's not been forced to lab it in a versus context yet.
I did play the Crash Bandicoot mode. Or, I probably shouldn't call it that. What was the mode? It was like your...
What's the Crash Bandicoot mode?
It was like there's the boulders that try to crush you.
Indiana Jones?
Oh yeah,
or Dream D Adventure?
Oh,
yeah,
that right.
Oh, we accidentally texted wrong a little bit there, so CT has some cleanup to do. Like, there's single-player games Rodney likes, but it truly takes the context of a 1v1 mode for the spark to light up.
Pac-Man, why do you look that way? Stop looking that way.
Okay. Unfortunate. Okay, Rodney catching in on some of the damage, but CT's kind of returned back to... That one ghost is just gonna stay there for, like, the entire set. Oh, no, we're patched up, CT's second-guessing himself, but that's fair, because he's about to accept another line of damage. I like how you almost have to, like, stall tech to consider whether a move is a good idea or not. I know a lot of people do that in Puyo. But there was a point, like, he was still trying to greed, and then he shifted it down a few columns, like, no, I'm gonna accept damage too much here. Okay, Rodney's due for Fairy first. This could be the part of the round where he tops CT out by pressure. Or, okay, oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe. He needed significant meter gain off of that he was just not going to get. But yeah, like this, I think that kind of feel like it proves my theory on this, and it's, if you're, like, not really swinging it mid-game, the game's just naturally going to put you in further disadvantage. You need something to hit. But discarding a Pac-Man mid-round is like a huge risk. Let's take a skim there, so that's one less pack opportunity for CT. Triple rotates to not set himself too far back, but again, there's definitely some... Oh, wrong facing Pac-Man! You hate to see it.
Okay, I've begun spectating on the stream so that I don't interrupt the players by joining their game in client.
Ah.
I only just now get to see the stream layout.
Impressive.
It's been a bit since CT has streamed. Looks pretty. What's the problem?
No, there is no problem, actually. The production value is off the charts.
So what we always strive for here. But I'm like... This... Oh my god. This game expects, like, Warriors Woods level of... Not... Warriors Woods is kind of mixed on greed, actually. But, like, almost if you're only doing, like, 5 ghost clears in a mid set, you're really gonna be struggling. The game puts you at natural disadvantage.
Yeah, certainly at the at the very start of the game, if you're not discarding the first couple of Pac-Mans, then you're probably going to get beaten by someone who will.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's more brutal for like not going for stuff in mid game though. You cannot rest on your laurels.
Yeah. Well, once the floor damage starts coming in, there's only so much you can do sometimes, but you should still try to at least like always go for 4 or more. And if you can get more, then you should go for it.
But I feel like the risk reward in this game is calibrated pretty well. Because you get some reward. We're immediately following CT down to the CT losers run, so it's going to be Color Thief versus Lemons.
Okay, Lemons is Bintobox, gotcha.
Correct. I know they've joined relatively recently. I don't know if it's specifically for Pac-Attack or, just find the community's like, yeah, I'm down for anything. But this is definitely a hell of a first bracket to go through. Very unconventional game. A lot of us are pretty strong at it. But I'm excited to see what happens. Let's get into spectating.
I'm synchronizing with the duck. Oh man.
You synchronizing with the duck, you say?
Well, that's what's happening. Like, the duck was synchronizing.
Not wrong. I'm in.
I find it very funny that... Oh, go on.
I was going to say, CT argued before we got live with stream that Cosmo Gang is the best music. And I don't know how to weigh in on that. But I know this game would be it for me hands down if loops were longer than like 4 measures.
Yeah, if somebody just like popped off with like, here's extended God Hand mode.
Oh my god, yeah, no, a lot of that would be amazing. Like I love this little difficulty select jam here as well. I think they actually got like a Japanese pop artist to do this version of the soundtrack, which feels super extra for what this game is. I knew there was data on it somewhere. I'm gonna try and look it up. But I think we're all in, CT.
We are? Okay. I didn't see...
I don't know if Rune is joining us or not.
I am not. I'm playing Smarter right now.
Okay.
I didn't notice Lemon in there, but...
Oh, it would be nice to have an opponent, I suppose.
I think they
play synchronizing.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
There we go.
But like, there's definitely a learning curve to this game. And you can just get buried under a lot of self-made mistakes that maybe other titles will not punish you as harshly for, but it seems like they have a grasp on like how to do actually pretty decent placement so far. The only real problem is just like they're very clearly considering their moves multiple times over before they place, and CT's fast.
Don't have time for that.
Yeah, really. What do we do here? Think?
We try to avoid it where possible.
I've never thought.
Don't self-incriminate here, buddy.
I will say, you mentioned Wario's Woods. I don't think the greed is the same, but I think you were mentioning the game's rudeness. This game is rude like Wario's Woods. You have to accept the rude.
I'm actually very happy with a lot of Lemon's placement so far. We're losing the narrative a little bit, but like clearly there's a understanding of like Pac-Man's routing. Oh my gosh, locked up to the top. Even with Fairy to go. And some of that might be because like this game is a gift. It actually gives you a projected route of like what ghosts are going to be eaten. But even then, it can be so hard to like get a read of where he's going to go in the moment and not second guess yourself. So yeah, I'm calling it. They definitely have some idea of what they're doing here. The biggest thing that is going to help is either greeting severely, which CT is doing, or playing faster, which CT is doing. You kind of need to adjust to his pace, and it's going to inherently throw people off. CT slightly botched up his build there, and we're going to use that as a discard instead, so provided CT doesn't take another hit here, we've got full attack. Double apple. And that's going to be like half board of damage. Alright, another point down. Yeah, like, it's gonna be steep. CT is a strong opponent.
He's very fast.
So it's not even a matter of, like, anything that Lemon is doing wrong, but there's just still a pretty steep execution gap between the two. Taking the skim, we actually have a solid attack option on Lemon's side, takes it, so we're both trading around like 2 lines of damage each. And actually converts that piece correct. Losing the plot a little bit on right wall for Lemon, but we're not out here yet.
Yeah. Setting up for down stack. Yep, I can see it. You can get the skin there.
That's probably the biggest problem, is placing the actual blocks for skims and like down stacks. And that's the hardest part of this game, not gonna lie. Alright. Honestly, pretty respectable showing. But CT is gonna be moving on 3-0.
Nice. GG's, Lemon.
Blocking is hard. Like, there was just a couple of instances where the walls were not set up to account for, like, wrong-facing Pac-Man. But they did a pretty good showing. Yeah. What do we got next?
Probably, I'm gonna guess.
Oh,
ToadySP
it's
and
me.
Kirk Gamer Fake. Okay. This is... Look, I want to talk about our top 4 seeds in general, so this one's going to be a show. Toady found us kind of late in the legacy, but I know he and one other member, Nick, I don't remember the number string at the end of his name, are both just absurd, like, score attackers on this game. Like, Matt finished God Hand, maxed out base score. This is probably one of the best Pac-Attack players we have in this entire server. So, good luck, Kirk.
I will do my
Rodney. Sorry, we swapped your names in the server, and I didn't expect I would be the one to trip myself up.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna let him play off.
It's just like, man, Kirk's doing so good in this bracket. I'm proud of him. Rodney, you're such a good fake.
I know. I didn't even have to do anything.
So sorry, Kirk.
Foisted by your own petard.
Absolutely.
Are we allowed
Looking
to
at
say
this
petard?
Yeah.
Okay,
fine.
good. Okay, good.
I think we also have who's the other official God Hand clearer in bracket. Someday when I'm motivated. I'm not... It's still stuck on net play synchronizing for me.
It is
Yeah,
too.
same here.
Did we crash CT?
No,
not
I'm
CT.
in there. I'm in there. It's synchronizing.
Or
Should I quit and try to
it says
rejoin?
everything has timed out.
So he says it's a tad slow to sync over each try. Okay.
Yeah,
That and maybe we can stagger when we go in.
Yeah. Let's try and work this out a little bit more cleanly.
Okay, work that.
You're all
out.
rushing the pack. All right.
Okay, so he just joined as a spectator.
Okay, should I join now?
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm joining too. Oh, I'm the one still having the problem? Oh, nope, there we go.
Okay, we're all good.
There we go. Okay.
It's a shame. A lot of my games after the one with you, Juicey, were a lot better.
That... I mean, I am happy for you. That potentially puts you back out of the doghouse for PSX brackets, but
yeah,
we are going to need to more extensively test you out in friendlies.
Yes, we are going to play a lot more friendlies after this.
Because I would feel bad asking for the Tetris card after a full save, and you got it for me, and you can't play it.
It did not take a lot of hard work to get you that file. In fact, I got to play Tetris for most of it.
It's still the sentiment.
Of course.
Okay, the thing I can see on Toady's end is we got a lot more open-ended greed versus Rodney's kind of linear, but I think Rodney won that trade out just a little bit.
He got a perfect apple.
I won.
A perfect apple. So
we love perfect apples.
You know, it's funny, they both discarded the same number of Pac-Mans. It must have just been that Toady did that one ghost discard to clean up the left side.
I think so.
And thus didn't make the damage cut off.
Rodney cashed in all of the greed.
Mhm.
That being said, if we don't perish here, Toady's gonna not get max damage off of it.
But
Oh,
Rodrick is going to go for the throw.
No, we just need to survive. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Never mind.
If they just ate a few more ghosts with that final chain that they did, they might have had the room.
I can't help but wonder if, like, I say wonder. CT is probably right. There has to be some, like, intentionally building to preserve line clears, because that's just as much a resource now.
Yeah.
And I would not want to spend them on, like, when I have no damage.
Rodney's opening a lot more greedier than Toady's here.
Yeah.
I feel he could have been greedier, though. He missed the apple.
Yeah, honestly, he could have done even more. Toady's playing this one fairly passive.
And then we say that, and then he greets with his Pac-Man on a board that doesn't really have that big a train.
Okay. We're losing some screen real estate here.
Okay. So Rodney cashed in a lot of lines there that didn't actually do any work for him.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. That is a column-style consideration of, like, do you really want to clear that many lines as the first person to do it? They're not working on defense.
I don't like how close to the top board Rodney's column 5 is.
Yeah, it's always rough when 2 or 5 is that high. That's the hardest one to fix. Okay, surely Rodney doesn't attack with this fairy.
You would think that.
I was gonna do it until you said something. Then I felt so conscious. I was like, you're gonna make fun of me for greedy.
I forgot that you're in commentary with
I'm
us.
happy I'm a positive influence on your life.
I shouldn't say anything. I should just let the play happen naturally.
I'm sorry, positive peer pressure is a thing.
You know,
In the context of a tournament, I'm not sure if I would agree. If Rodney thinks it's time to attack, then it's time to attack. Darn it.
Okay. Stay on task, guys. We don't want to compromise the integrity of the hyper-competitive
Exactly.
Puzzle Wednesday community with mid-bracket coaching.
Exactly.
True.
No, I'm glad someone gets it, CT. What I did
Okay.
is not on. I'll try to avoid it in the future. I
Right.
apologize.
Rodney actually has a decent greed build here, and we're gonna cash it in. Probably the right choice.
Yeah, it has to
Honestly-
orphan the ghost in 6 for it, but it shouldn't be too hard to get that one. Especially when you get a fairy.
And we're back down to just one ghost. I gotta give Rodney a lot of credit. Like, he is taking the go in and mid game to heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. I'm gonna build that.
I like Toady's placement of the fairy there, keeping a lot of these ghosts for a bigger attack now. Doesn't greed it on by discarding Pac-Man on the right there, though. That's what I would have done.
Rodney building up some spires here, but getting very lucky piece placement to just kind of patch them back up.
Mm-hmm. There were a few different solves for that.
Yep. I mean, orange seems to be decent for mid game right now, but
Oh, Rodney's board health is getting real bad.
there's a lot of commitment to spires here, and
Yeah,
he's just
He's doing a
being
good job
very
fixing
fortunately bailed.
yeah.
So we've not talked about it yet, but apparently, I say apparently, there is basically a group system for how you want to choose your damage in this game that you have to unlock.
Yes.
There is this mode that we're playing, which is sort of, we'll say, the columns group.
Mhm.
There is one that is more in line with original Pac-Attack, where you send just one for one, you clear ghosts, you send ghosts. And there is one where if you sacrifice fairy, you send out death ghosts, where if Pac-Man eats them, he just dies. And I
Yeah.
can already kind of see, like, I feel like Toady would be getting a lot off of just OG Pac-Attack groove if we got to see that in motion.
That was really good play by Toady, surviving that fairy attack. If they can just survive a little bit
We'll
longer.
see.
No, they can't.
Nope.
They did that as well as they could, and they still couldn't quite pull it off. Or as well as anyone could, I mean. That first move was very good.
Well, Roderick's a machine. Dang.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Lucentai. Love to hear that you're playing Cosmo Gang the Puzzle.
Hell yeah.
We're playing something a little similar, right? That's the one that's kind of like this?
No, there's a lot of cool stuff this version, so we will probably be running this again with the other grooves in consideration. But I can already feel like there's at least some counterplay options if I feel like OG Pac-Attack might be somewhat decent as like a defensive or reactive groove. Because you get at least more deliberately interruptive damage off of less resources.
Yeah, it means that your opponent can't just play their own game in quite the same way that they sometimes can here.
Oh, Rodney keeps making these spires and like...
No. It's an advanced double setup.
Yeah, okay.
The doubles are good too. Like that line clear animation is slow.
That is so the kind of thing that you would notice and focus on, isn't it?
Rodney tried to jump scare.
Yeah, that was a well-timed attack.
All right.
GG's.
Rodrick Knee, moving on.
Eat 'em up.
Eat 'em up.
That's what you're supposed to do.
It's my favorite genre of video game, the eat 'em up genre.
Nightcap D. Fairy Sacrifice is an immediate spike of damage, 2 lines of ghosts, so at least right now its most immediate utility is like, oh, are they in checkmate state? Okay, just round win.
Yeah. That is the primary use for it. It is a little bit risky to do if they are not going to die to it, because it gives them more ghosts to then attack you with. Not just attack you with, but also more ghosts to earn a fairy with for themselves. Like, if they can use those ghosts, it backfires, and if they can't, they die.
There is also more utility in like actually taking the fairy in this one, because you still get meter gain off of all the material that she erases. So it's not like either or particularly bad options. Any other way to send the actual ghosts? It's
not in this format. Oh wait, no, sorry, all clearing.
All clearing, yes. There's also unlockable damage groups that put one of them more in line with the original Pac-Attack, and then one of them is just kind of its own thing with ghosts that kill you if you eat them. Got CT and Notester. So we're just doing the most base version of this because, admittedly, we threw this together pretty like last minute. It's like, yo, Cosmo Gang's coming out. We need to play Pac-Attack. It's like, yeah, we do. But we will take a bit more of a in-depth look sometime this year. I'm not going to say no to more excuses to play this game.
I think you mean
right.
friendlies every weekend.
Okay. It says I'm connecting to host, but it's taking a bit.
You know what? I pasted my host code, but it pasted something different than what I see on screen. So I apologize.
Oh, that would do it.
I trusted the system. Never trust the system.
Never trust a computer.
Okay, let's try that again. chat play. Join session.
That's very strange, because there's no way, like, random text entered my copy buffer. You know what I mean?
That's my code that you posted.
So that,
Yeah, it's not always worked, or like the immediate copy has not always worked for me. Anyway, I'm in. If we do something with the group select, there should be a flyer with CVS2 graphics. That would be a fun commission, actually. I might have a person in mind for that.
Then you can start the stream with, if you choose the wrong group, you might just lose, or whatever he says.
Shinkiro drawn Pac-Man.
I would love to see that. Just the geese face over Pac-Man.
Alrighty then. Note, meep. I mean, it's appropriate. So, yeah, like... I think the biggest thing for everyone who's playing against CT has just been cashing in too early. Because, our boy hits. He hits hard. We, unfortunately, have 2-ish different damage routes, but CT's bad to back up. We got a main attack. Just need to be very careful about Pac-Man discards. Can't believe CT's pyramid stacking.
What's wrong with a little pyramid stacking as a treat?
Nothing. It actually gives you sort of an option select on how you want to reroute Pac-Man on his way down. That being said, CT's tacking on the damage. We got one more line incoming for Note, manages to kind of take it down. Oh. Forcing the skim might not be the best thing for CT, question mark? CT for pyramid stacking is what Suzu is for GTR. Yeah, fair. Okay, so actually erasing damage lines does not build up your meter, but erasing your own ghosts does. Alright, this is a really committed build for CT, because discarding down the side is not actually going to cause any line clears. Not punished.
Pac-Man was not kind, though.
This actually is still something he can really work with here. See how it's more or less patched up again?
Yeah, I see it.
He's not taking anything from right wall. Like, CT's taking some really weird ventures here and making esoteric fixes, but he's putting himself in a position to need to do that. Alright. Makes sense, but do you want more dust or more line? Yeah, no, like there's a risk-reward consideration for a lot of the stuff in this game, and I like that it feels more actively considered than the original one ended up feeling like.
And the wall bounce?
Yep. Honestly, the thing that Note probably could do is get a drive-by poke if he's not going to output the same kind of heat that CT is. Yeah, one that we're going to have to patch over. I do like, CT has a really good sense so far for, like, where to plug a hole with a ghost and then force it into being an actual discard. Because there's a couple of opportunities where I saw, I'm like, oh, you kind of shot yourself in the foot only for like him to spend a Pac-Man to fix it and keep the main build intact.
Mm-hmm. Which is like, I think like that's like the big strength of this game is just being able to like never clear your big line as long as you can.
Yeah.
CP strat is just taking it as skims. I think that's pretty good.
Like, that is also the play on the old version, but you were so much better rewarded for it here. CT sending that at relative low board for Note, but that's going to take multiple clears to fix up if Note even gets the chance.
Yeah, and there's no fairy in sight.
There are probably some, like, mid-board utility for sending ghosts, but again, you would have to recognize that your opponent is seriously in the weeds. Okay, CT up 2-0. Not entirely sure what way CT is intending. Oh, he's going to try to take the double line clear skim, yeah?
He's going to try to do that. I'm just worried about the game being like, oh, here's 2 all ghost pieces, because that's what happens to me.
Yeah. So he's patched back up now. Note's route is also put together. It's a little tall, especially with all the damage accepts.
Oh, nope, there was still a dig. I looked at it wrong.
Yeah. But, like, vertical space is at a premium in this, given the columns rules. Yeah, and Note's kind of checkmated.
GG's, Note.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what's next. I'm gonna guess you versus Watt. Is that it? Is it you and Watt?
Yes, it is.
Let's go.
I'm gonna.
Okay, Watt's
set
ready.
Up the session.
Watt is poised with a code already.
Oh, quick. Okay. I'm not scared. I'm a little scared. There was a point where, like, what considered to be the better versus player, but I don't know if that's true anymore. Alrighty then. I'm in there.
Likewise.
What is going on here?
Yo, this game saves the top
What was
300
that?
scores. That's pretty incredible. For that moment when you absolutely... Oh, he's got the save
He
state.
gave us the grooves. How do we... Okay, how do we switch that, though?
Shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
What?
Shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
Shoulder button? Oh.
L2 and L1.
I only have one of my shoulder buttons mapped.
I guess you're doing death blocks then.
I'm gonna have to go on my controls. I kind of want to try fall.
I will say fall has the stronger fairy, in my opinion. Because you will send the ghosts back, and it can hurt sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. Let's see what the Juice Man can do.
do like Juicy's greed so far.
So far, Watt is playing like someone who's afraid of death.
That's a choice of words there, buddy. Oh.
But somehow this poke is like enough to... What? Juicy? Okay.
Panic.
I was
Oh,
worried
God,
there.
Well, this certainly feels like I'm playing the old one.
And I don't see the fruits go up, so I think the attacks work the old way too.
It's fascinating that they chose to preserve that.
I'm sure there was an extremely competitive Pac-Attack scene that they did not want to incur the
Let
wrath
down?
of. Yeah.
I mean, think of the fans.
I'm gonna keep Paul.
Death? I want to see
Okay.
Death. Let's go.
This game is so cool!
It is very cool. So, I've been told the death blocks are easier to offset and clear away, but the ghosts, the discard ghosts, are pretty mean. They will kill Pac-Man outright. You can tell when you're going to eat a death ghost because the death ghosts have like a mad idle animation. Sometimes you won't notice it though, and then you'll eat it and go like, "What?"
Every single time I was attacked with one of those death ghosts, I'm like, what? My Pac-Man stopped moving. Like,
They broke my Pac-Man.
Because you have to stack different, you know? You have to stack knowing the Pac-Man's going to stop on that ghost.
That did not do that much.
You're the one that chose this groove.
No, I didn't get hit for that much.
Oh.
Oh, you know, though you only get set 3 death ghosts.
Oh, right, because he's doing Death Ghost. I'm getting too experimental here.
3 is like an enormous. That means at least 3 Pac-Man will die.
Yeah.
Like, it's really powerful.
I'll also say this save state is pretty good, because the last save state had, like, the buggy music and the black screen, and I don't think they're getting the black screen.
No, this looks solid.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay, Juicy coming out with the strawberry. You'll
I
love
also
to
like
see.
I like the board state after the chain, too.
Yep, that cleanup is beautiful on Juicy's side.
Mm-hmm.
And the wall bounce. Perfect. Juicy's got so much pressure here. But Watt is going to survive to Fairy. Let's see if he cashes it in finally. He does not. Wait.
That was a little clutch.
Okay. Yeah, Juicy's not really sweating either, though. I think this is a real match.
Plus Duck's back. We have Duck's back here.
The pressure
that's
on
different
Watt's
to see
side
it
is
now.
actually substantial.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how fall might be kind of rough still.
You gonna go for
This
it?
is so cool!
It is! It is!
Why did they go so hard on this version?
Because they believed in Pac-Man and his attack.
Why is it only in Pac-Man World 2?
I want to see the interview where, like, one of the developers is like, I poured my life into this game, and then the standalone release got canceled.
That'd be so sad! I feel so bad for him.
This is interesting. Of all the players playing today, Watt is extremely defensive with his openings. Okay, Juicey greeting hard, getting an apple. Okay, Watt's still in this. Oh. Okay, the fairy does come. And the fairy deletes the death blocks? Let's go.
Yo, the group system is so high up. I love it.
You know, I love me some Pac-Attack, but I will admit, the original game is a little bit sleepy when you try to play it competitively. But this game is fire.
It's fire. Like you could count. Like there's so much. There's too much to even mention.
Oh!
The big brain.
So many plays.
Oh no!
Oh, but Juicey finds too much pressure. Okay, this one's going to go to game 5. After a very strong opening from Watt, I guess he doesn't want to stop playing, so he's maybe a little bit more experimental while Juicey was getting his footing.
I want to play so much friendlies in Ghostfall mode now. 'Cause I feel like there's utility there, but you are very glass cannony. No defense.
Okay.
Doesn't get the wall bounce, but still a good attack. Very good attack.
And now he's got the wall bounce. So Watt is getting first fairy, and he doesn't really need it to survive, so what's he going to do with it?
Violence.
Oh, no.
Oh, Watt's defensive. Interesting.
I'll take that.
I mean, I think this will buy Juicey enough time to get the fairy.
Did I have that in Ghost Rope?
I did not see them in Ghost.
A couple pieces just fell.
Okay, Juicey greeting, despite it being pretty late game. Meanwhile, Watt doesn't have much of a grade. Watt's board is so clean. Watt doesn't even know what he wants to do with that fairy. He does cash it in, because he knows a good deal when he sees it.
We're gonna get a discard? No, we're not.
Okay, both players are still very much in it. Is that 2 fairies deep?
Yes.
I believe that is 2 fairies deep.
Okay, no more greeting from Watt. Honestly, it doesn't take much screen pressure to kill at this stage of the game. Okay, some really good clean clears coming from Watt. He's in a really good place. This might be a
Pretty
battle of
nice.
attrition. Nice double coming out of Watt. Okay. But Juicey finds a nice clear too. Okay. Both players are getting the line clears. Oh my god. This is right top board. Watt does have the fairy coming. What?
Does the
Oh my
That was
god.
an interesting Hail Mary. Okay. I was scared for a second.
I'm not sure if that lost him the game. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
It would have been pretty difficult for them to win even after using it, because their opponent would have just used it, and then they would have been 3 lines further down.
But it wasn't guaranteed that Juicy was going to get there. And
No.
I suppose.
yeah.
Yeah, that might have just strictly been a mistiming thing, but man, you should have had me dead to rights there. Hey. Ugh. I so want to lab this game more now. This is... Man, I'm having
No,
so
I
much
only caught the
fun.
very end of that as well. You
Okay.
guys were using grooves, right?
So
I'm not
Yes.
even sure what some of those do, yeah.
He was doing original, I was doing death.
Ah, okay.
I think Fall or OG has some utility, but there needs to be theory crafting on it because it's also very vulnerable. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So-
CT. Oh, go on.
I think it might be time for a commercial break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And by commercial break, I mean someone who's not me should do some talking.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, we are cooking in the lab for February's lineup. So at the very least, I can peek a little bit ahead into that. But hey, you're at Friday mode right now. We did this pretty impromptu, but you know what? It's a great bracket, great time. Half of, I say half. The person doing this ad read right now is having kind of a heart attack, so you know, bear with me. But you're at Pac-Attack. It's a great time. For the remainder of January, we have Poochie Carrot coming up this Wednesday, January 24th. It is kind of... You played Arkanoid before?
I've arced
occasionally.
annoyed in my day.
You've arced annoyed. Can't believe you don't like the Domino's mascot. Anyway, it is a definitely more of a take on a versus Brick Breaker style game. There's character meta and a lot going on with characters on that. Some of which may have inspired a certain game we run a lot, Pedal Crash. Wouldn't even know why, but it's a good time. We got some strong players for that. You should check it out. And the other one, which was the original Juicy bias pick for this month, mystery at the end of the month, is going to be Mr. Driller G. If you do not know Mr. Driller G, it's kind of the game that sparked my love of puzzle games, period. So take that bias into account, but it is a action puzzler where the real central framing is, what if you had to survive your way down an overstacked puzzle game board? And all the chaos that entails. It's very frantic, it's very fun, and I hope to see you guys there for that. And in the beginning of February, we're going to be back with Hamster Scramble. So, Hamster Scramble is part Puzzle Bobble, part platform fighter, and it's a lot of fun. We did not do the drawing for it last Puzzle Bobble bracket, but I'm going to give out some keys for Hamster Scramble to our top 3 from that, and hopefully we can see them kind of show their stuff in a new game. And that's going to be it for our ad reads for tonight. What are we doing next in TO Desk?
It's going to be
Color Thief
myself.
versus what? Hey, what was that on the incidental stream gauntlet?
Nice.
Mr. Jelly, you should look. Toady, you play Namco puzzlers. You should try it. Alright, I'll be in there in just a second. A joint session. Big Drillers added again. Big Driller is what funded this server. Alongside WatWuzDat and Pac-Attack.
Don't forget the Senno lobby.
The Senno lobby also put in a good chunk. Grew in so much has, but at least those
There's
were
so
some of
many
my initial
factions vying
sparks.
for power.
Yeah. Alright, I'm in.
I think we've got the spectators in, but not one of the actual players.
No, Watch just joined.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My mistake.
Okay. We do not have it labeled on stream this time around, unfortunately, but CT's player to one side.
Oh, it is labeled.
Oh, now it is. Crazy how that works. I'm assuming that we're on the groove save state.
No, it's mine. So we're playing vanilla. We'll see how Watt does when he's forced to play vanilla.
I mean, he kind of defaulted to that the later we went on into the sets. There is definitely something for just the core conceit of this game being columns rules and it being strong. Who would have guessed?
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe in the year of our Lord 2024, we're still retroactively getting puzzle games with punch buttons in it.
Well,
Okay, this doesn't quite work like that, but I'm keeping the joke.
No, it's got the floor damage, but you don't hit the punch button.
Rodney, what do you think?
Fairy is a punch button. When you discard the fairy, you punch.
No, the fairy is a punch
That's
button.
true.
Okay,
Yeah, you do get the opportunity to hit a punch button every now and then.
it's not like it's not a normal, but it's like, you know, it's
a
it's an ultra combo.
Yeah. You gotta do a little bit of a meter dance before you can do the punch.
Masa, if you do 2 separate single clears, that also counts as a line of floor damage resolved.
Yeah, there's just some hidden variable somewhere that keeps track of whether you have 1 stored up or 0. Ooh.
I don't know who did the dev work for this one, but I mean, at least we know the dev of the original Pac-Attack is actually working at Taito. He did some cross-promotion stuff with Namco for Puzzle Bobble Every Bubble's release and talked about it. That's how we discovered the AC NASCAR code. Okay, boy, CT's kind of in a way right now.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, folks. How's he gonna get out of this one?
There was a move a little bit earlier where a piece glided all the way to the left over the top of the stack. It looked like a misplacement to be me, but I'm not sure.
So, this game has much better DAS than the original. There's no point or no height that you can't reach both sides of the board with a good DAS charge.
Yes.
Whereas OG, you need some finessing and a prayer. CT's building really vertical, and he could potentially lose that trigger. Almost did.
Just barely. No, at the same time, though, it was difficult to see where the horizontal build was with those exact pieces that he got. It's a shame that the first Pac-Man was facing the wrong way, though, so he had to commit to it for more than just the one.
Okay,
Oh, that was a
CT
clever
doing
line
line scan.
build.
Yep. I feel like that's CT's strongest suit,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I can see those from time to time, but CT can see him better than I can.
the only problem is, like, he's also putting himself at potential risk plugging it up in the first place.
Mhm. Yeah, because if you just get a Pac-Man that doesn't have a wall tile, then you feel a little bad.
Wasn't confident enough his placement there, and what, just throwing out a haymaker there. Oh, that is brutal.
Yeah, that wall tile ruined everything. That Pac-Man really needed to find his way down into the center.
Yeah, this game seems pretty brutal. If you're not playing the rushdown is playing you.
CT's build here is pretty clever. He's always making sure to have somewhere to discard the Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Like first the hole in 5, now the hole in 1.
He's also building it to, like, force his builds to cover everything off of wall bounce. So if, like, he's tucking one in a nook or cranny on, like, one edge of the board and, like, horizontal, he's subtly stacking up the other wall, forcing to catch all the material.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of second guessing himself.
Yeah.
Which, given that so far what does not seem team greed, he's at least gonna have options to punish you if you make those mistakes. And we're building up from meter. CT doesn't really have an answer, so this poke could be fatal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Juicey.
little while before CT gets a fair
There it
idea.
is.
So what thinks maybe he can get the kill?
I dare say he's not
Actually,
wrong.
Yeah, I miscounted the pieces between Pac-Mans. That's not a maybe, that's a definitely.
GG's.
Alrighty then. GG's. Alright, what's being called up on stream next?
Well, we're running out of matches.
Yeah, there's only 2 possible choices.
Gotta play against Kirk Gamer Fake.
Oh, the real fake Kirk?
Yeah, I'm the real fake Kirk. What up?
Veteran difficulty, okay. Kirk, you've gotten so much stronger lately. I'm proud of you.
I've been
Thank
laughing.
you. It means a lot.
You've been laughing.
Oh, wow.
No, both of you. You're both equally Kirk in my eyes.
Hmm.
Are we both equally Rodrick?
No, no one's Rodrick.
Ah, I see. So it was like a conversion rather than a replacement or a swap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating session now. Alrighty then. Let me get you my code.
What is this circus, you know?
You never played Kids Tetris before?
Well, that's where I've seen it from. I've never played it, but I have seen it.
Alright, code up.
Okay. Yeah, when are we gonna have the IRL Kids Tetris speedrun bracket?
I couldn't tell you.
CT, would you be there?
I'm not in yet. One sec.
I waited a second and now I'm coming in.
I'm gonna be honest about this one. I've been looking forward to this run back because when we played this on Mednafin, I lost to Rodney and I was particularly salty about the time because, like, I was swimming in so much lag. Worse than my match with Rune. And
Hmm.
this wasn't intentional, but I actually forgot to upload that VOD for like 2 years. So KS, who has been taking care of a lot of our YouTube stuff, bless them so much. It's like, hey, is this supposed to be unpublished? I'm like, oh, I completely forgot. So this is like 2 years salty run back finally happening.
Let's do it. I'm hyped. I'm doing
Me
the
too,
cheat
buddy.
code.
Okay, how do you do the cheat code?
I don't know. I lied.
Canada be salty for different reasons. I mean,
Got a second
apparently
controller plugged in, and he's gonna keep programming the pieces he gets to always be the best ones.
something about it had to do with like the high score screen. But we'll figure that out another time.
Also, remember, it's a veteran.
It is better.
Let me leave and come back because my buttons are not working for some.
You can change them on the fly.
Um,
You don't have to leave the session to change your buttons.
Let me check it. It's still not moving. Let me try leaving and coming back.
Okay.
So you might be salty for a run back, but I got to level with you. I think by far Rodrick has labbed this more than anyone else. Specifically the versus mode.
I feel like this is a universal truth, yes?
But it's double true. It's double true.
Alright, we'll see.
This has been on his short list of games to become a monster at. Rune, pay attention to just how aggressively he's stacking.
Yeah, no. He is holding down, and despite the fact that he's holding down, it's creating a giant immaculate ghost chain. Although, with that being said, both players have managed to come out reasonably even. Rodney getting slightly more, getting 2 damage instead of 1 out of that second chain. Oh right, this is veteran mode. That's why it looks a little bit faster than I was expecting. And it's also why it seems like Juicey might be a little bit more dead than I was expecting. Unless they can pull off a miracle here.
I don't think I'm pulling off a miracle here.
That is not what a miracle looks like. It's hard to pull off miracles. I can only do it every now and again. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that Rodney didn't breed with that ghost there. Oh, sorry, with that Pac-Man. Yeah, like that. There we go.
Neither player quite able to find an apple, however.
Yeah. They're both in roughly the same amount of floor damage, or exactly the same, rather. But I like Juicey's board more. Rodney's got this annoying pit in column 5. Oh, does find a double wall to fill it.
You call it a pit, I call it a line clear waiting zone.
Yeah, he's managed to make good use of it here. Now his board is basically nice and flat like how you'd want it. That ghost on 5 is... Ooh.
He doesn't get to use one Pac-Man, and
Yeah.
that's enough.
Yeah, veteran mode is rough.
Something
On
tells
standard...
me... Oh, yes?
I was gonna say, on standard, even if you get a ghost-filled piece cube, generally it's difficult to defeat your opponent before the first fairy. Whereas in veteran, if you get a ghost-filled piece cube, you are going to be doing so much damage that's so difficult to mitigate. Even if your opponent's playing perfectly, it'll probably just come down to who dies last.
Yeah, I would hazard a guess that when Rodney has labbed this, it's mostly been outside of veteran. So he might actually be outside his comfort zone right now.
Possibly.
Still a credible threat,
a greedy
but,
playstyle should work even better in veteran.
but you have less time to think.
It's true.
Though he did just confess he's never thought a thought in his life, so...
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to slow him down too much. Or, sorry, not slow him down, rather. I don't think that's going to make his placements too much worse, because he's already used to playing without thinking. Yeah, Rodney is fairly ahead of Juicey in the piece queue now, and also he's about to get the fairy. He doesn't even need it. He's just playing a little bit faster, and that's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, a few extra line clears makes a lot of difference in terms of just columns damage.
Yeah. That was interesting. I thought they made roughly the same movements, but somehow Juicey got one more floor damage. Yeah, Juicey playing just a tiny bit more efficiently here, getting those 7 ghost chains that deal 2 damage instead of 1. Another unfortunate 6 for Rodney. That is basically the only reason why his board looks worse than his opponent's right now, is because he keeps doing 6s when his opponent is doing 7s.
That sounds like an absence of greed. Do my ears deceive me?
No. You might be right. It does certainly sound like unambitious play, the opposite of greedy play.
It's a good thing that Rodney definitely can't hear us making fun of his cowardly, impotent playstyle.
Ah, there you go. There's a Pac-Man discard. I'm back on Team Rodney.
Okay.
And just like that, look at this. The floor damage is evened up. His opponent has all these balls that are going to be very difficult to use. The moment you discard a Pac-Man, everything starts going better. Ooh, an all clear. That...
Not what I was expecting.
Juicey is extremely intelligent. Oh, doesn't quite get a line clear playing like that. No. There might have been some crazy soul that made that backfire, but Juicey just couldn't find it.
Tough.
No, it's rough out there.
GG's.
I'll take
This
partial.
is the rule set I chose.
I'll take partial credit for that last round.
Alrighty then.
Next up is Watt and myself. All of my opponents in Loser's Bracket have been very generous and said that all my wins counted, regardless of how laggy some of them were.
I almost feel bad, but like, I gotta enforce that standard, because if we get that at like people who aren't regulars here, are we just gonna show that by? It's like you can run through all of it at 500 ping. And I feel like we would have less patience for that. We already sometimes have a hard time enforcing our calls, as we probably should sometimes.
All right.
Alrighty then. Let's do the thing.
Oh, is what not just what? I pinged it.
It should be. I think running NES brackets when that first became available was like the first real big, oh, we might have to like just cut the cord on a couple people, and I don't think you ever really did that before.
All right, I am creating a session now. And I will enable traversal mode. That seems like a good thing to do.
Will the finals be set to God mode? I wish.
Hell yeah.
Honestly,
That's
I
about
wish
as close
that
we can get.
I wish that gravity and damage rules weren't linked, so that you could have both players playing on high gravity, but without the the damage rules that basically just say no one's ever going to get to a fairy no matter how well they play.
That's why we didn't do hyper, because that
Yeah,
idea
hyper-
even more cranked up. It's like, hey, what if veteran, which is already brutal at half board?
Hey, Rune, can you back out of here to reset the scores?
Yes. No, I was planning to do that.
Wonderful.
I've just been using the same continuous save state each time, as you can see.
Why did you call me Juicey?
Question: Where's the
good
code?
news. My connection to what seems to be a little bit better than my connection to Juicy and Toady. It's been half and half today, where sometimes it's alright and sometimes it isn't. Oh,
I wonder if it's a matter
how
if
do you
you're
get rid of
hosting
the
or not.
message? Sorry, can someone just tell me how to do that quickly?
What's up?
The desync detected message. How do I set a hotkey to get rid of that?
You go to settings, hotkeys, and then you'll have to set a hotkey button, but it'll be in the net play section.
Toggle desync notifications. I see.
Also, where's the number? Where's the funny number? Oh, I see. Oops. Rejected.
Tell me when we're going. Probably after this synchronizing we're going?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it ever gets going.
Okay, Watt says sorry. I don't know what happened. He may have eaten an internet or two.
I love to eat the internet.
If the second player side plays some Pac-Attack, yeah, it is. Alright, I think we're good.
Okay. Rune choosing greed. Honestly, Watt is also greeding, but with a much more stable formation.
Yeah. Choosing cash in, I thought he would go for a little bit more there, but Rune is in a bad sort of way right now. His attack is gonna have to be cut into like 2/3.
This is veteran, so there's a very real chance Rune cannot
no,
survive.
This is standard. We're
This is
playing a
standard?
match, right?
Oh.
Yeah, we're not that far in the bracket yet.
Okay.
This is still outside of top 3.
Okay, we'll probably see Fairy then, I suppose.
I'm thinking Rune, they're both gonna get out of their next turn. Or next Pac-Man. But yes, this is currently loser semis. Choosing cash from the fairy.
Well, you didn't send him a fairy on an empty board? Curious.
They must know something we don't.
Yeah, say, what are you even doing at that point?
Okay. I've decided that maybe Watt is trying to go for all clears.
I think there's some validity to that. Either that or like really trying to stockpile line clears in a non-obtrusive fashion.
Oh, Pac did not cooperate with the wall bounce, but the board's still nice. The board's still good.
Yo, a very good cleanup from Watt, but he's running out of room.
We need the line clear, like, now.
Exactly. He's getting them.
Okay.
He gets a fairy. They both get the
Gets a
fairy.
meter back for it, too.
And Watt's got a little more material left on screen afterwards, which...
Yeah.
You know,
Rune is back to true neutral.
Blocking the ghost, but we get a nice skin.
I did like how, basically, what was kind of pondering the option select there for a second.
Watt gets so close to those all clears. Keeps getting denied.
But yeah, like, I think a lot of the stuff... Oh, we got the Pac-Attack there. I think the original groove is... Column's groove is probably still the most outstandingly strong, but, like, I feel like there's room to kind of lab a lot of potentials without anything being set in stone yet.
Okay, well, if our next bracket is groove-centric, put some money
Sure
where
it
your
will be.
mouth is.
I really want to lab fall damage. I think there is something there. Hopefully I'm not like... I don't fall into my, I fall in love with low tier trap as I almost always do, but...
I was going to say, you might see something I don't, but to me it looks like the Dan of this puzzle game.
Well, I do have a type.
Ooh.
What's kind of cornered here?
So that was interesting. Rune was definitely less stable in the beginning, but post-fairy, Watt was on the defensive, I feel.
Even with like 4 turns per Pac-Man, it can be really hard to survive that extra 4. So it feels like throwing a fairy is like, okay, you have to live through your disadvantaged state longer.
Ooh, the perfect double orange from Rune. Very, very respectable initial volley.
Both players getting 2 lines of damage.
What's the biggest hit we've seen on push damage tonight?
I've never seen bigger than double apple, and we've had a few double apples.
Okay.
It's time for a greed off.
Look, I may try and see how much I can get away with in losers finals for at least 1 round before I get put in my place.
Okay, fairies are coming out pretty even timing with both players. Rune taking that micro-optimization of preserving his pair of ghosts.
You know, we're having a good time when we can immediately go into discussion like, oh yeah, next bracket. And then not have it feel misplaced.
Yeah, Rune is greeting pretty hard, but he's going to cash in now. Doesn't quite get the 3 lines of damage.
It's really hard to get more than double apple. Because everything else feels too poke vulnerable.
Just pretend pokes aren't real.
I don't trust you.
Look, when I poke you...
Yes!
Okay, fair. Were we gonna see violence?
Nope.
No. Rune is in it to win it here. He's not going to throw away that fairy. Oh, Watt was thinking about it there.
Okay, there's at least a couple of skims that Rune's gonna need here. Choosing to just not take the skim and extend,
Bold.
or rather extend the skim.
Kind of similar logic to double efficiency. Why solve
No.
something when you can solve it and deal damage at the same time?
I mean, fair enough. Rune's ghost placements are starting to be a little bit more complicated. This might be the setup that What's been looking for. Maybe I'm reading into it, but I feel like the approach is just play safe enough that when the opportunity finally presents itself, we can just slap a Rune. Yep. Because at least it's still looking like, that's not gonna be an all clear for what?
Okay. This round looks like a battle of attrition. So, Watt's God Hand clear, proving to be quite relevant.
It's really hard to win when your opponent refuses to die.
No.
Can't believe that What is trying to do a pacifist run. Which, you know, weird thing to say for a versus puzzle game, or puzzle game of any kind.
You just made me think of, I want bracket pacifist mode, not clickbait?
Rodney, everything with you is clickbait.
Not everything, like 99% of things.
Yeah?
Ooh! That was a very
Okay.
nice game, I like that.
Yo, Rune building in the option select there, though, and gets a solid follow-up. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one there.
I wanted to eat as few ghosts as possible, but even my silly, greedy move still did 2, so it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, Rune fighting an orange. Not insignificant at this late game.
We're both due for
Oh,
fairy now.
the fairies there coming though. Okay.
We got the standoff here.
Interesting.
Yeah, no.
I got
Calling
it
now,
second,
what
I had
is
to copy what they did.
what is doing the pacifist strats? That's gonna, yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh.
He gets
That
it.
was close.
The
That was a
down
free
stab.
tall poke. The fact that what came out of that alive is actually crazy.
Rune has a solid hit there. It's a double orange.
Y'all too strong at this game.
You made us fall in love with Pac-Attack, Juicey.
Oh, this looks
I-
like
I
Watt's on
can't
the
complain about
ropes.
Oh, Board state for Rune is a little suspicious.
It's the.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, we're fine.
The dimension? Okay, we're... And Pac-Man cooperated?
And surprisingly, was cooperative on that.
Ooh, the greed from Rune.
Delicious greed.
Pac-Man facing the
Oh, I
correct
can
direction.
smell it.
Ah,
Oh my gosh, the snipe worked!
yeah. That double wall piece would have really let me live that if I got it in time.
Hell yeah, we got ourselves a game 5 here.
I'm scared because that means I might have to go back to the Roonespism dimension.
I will be more than happy to wave you through the grounds if you would rather.
Oh, I can't in good conscience pull the sword twice.
You're right, it's already fallen on me. And I lived.
That sounds like you in puzzle brackets. Okay, even trades there in damage. Feel like both players are playing a little scared right now.
Does it show?
A little bit.
Damn.
Okay. Unfortunately, that discard may not be so helpful for Rune. Converts it over into decent amount of damage in 2 lines, and we're both due for Fairy. What's at least sitting in a position to potentially accept more damage?
I don't know. When Rune clears all the lines on his screen, it's actually even. So, assuming he doesn't give up on those, I think it's a fair fight.
He's forced to take a double here to clean up. Well, we'll say the extension's real. It can happen. It happens.
Okay, perfect strawberry coming from Rune.
They're both kind of set up the same on greed setups. However,
Ooh.
Rune cashing out a little bit better.
Nice.
And, what? Going back to true neutral. I think this is the part of the match that, meter gain is just going to go into the pits. I also am starting to really suspect that What is trying to get him some all-clear setups this late in the game. If not, he's just playing very conservatively.
Look, what if they just don't believe in the greed?
It honestly seems like it.
Okay.
God, some of these skims that and like actual placements that What is making are pretty godlike for this late into this versus hellhole. Oh, yeah, we're almost.
This is not dying last. This is what it looks like when I die first. Alright.
Like, just the walls were closing in on both of you.
No, I saw both of us in the top 4, and I went, this is very bad news for me, because I bet I'm not quite as good at doing this as he is.
Look. My win over him was much, much, much tighter. And I'm still kind of scared.
Okay, Juicey.
You know what? I'm gonna let Watt host again, so if we want to do the groove run back.
Juicy just wants to play with the grooves.
Kinda do.
You know, fair. You gotta pick death and just commit to Fairy. Just always violence.
So, added him in the Discord. We'll see if he comes up with the thing.
Oops.
Okay, time to pivot to Overwatch 2.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Leave me alone, I'm not doing anything.
Rodney sounded like a banshee there.
Oh, I thought that was a non sequitur. Did someone get caught?
No.
Like, is there a tornado in my house?
Okay.
Just waiting on the room code.
Is that it in the Twitch chat?
Is it in the Twitch chat?
I see a code in the Twitch chat from what? I'm
That
going
would
to
probably
see what
be it.
happens when I type it in.
In the Twitch chat. Oh, he's throwing the streamer for a loop here.
3, 8,
Hmm.
7. We definitely will enforce throwing that in the actual TO desk from now on, but
Yeah, no, I'm spectating and it looks like it's the correct game. It's not just a random set of 8 characters.
Okay, I'm
Prove it.
syncing with the duck.
I am
Now that I'm
almost
safely
in.
tucked into the room, though, I'm going to be right back for just a minute or two.
Okay. All right, it's time for veteran mode, baby. My body can only take so many close ones. You and me both. I have to show it and keep a straight face on stream. Well, not a straight face, but I just gotta play through it. All right, we all good?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Liking the Juicy Greed? Ooh, the multiple rotates? That was a little spooky. It's a double clear though.
Oh, that basic groove is just strong.
It is, like... And, like, sometimes, like, if your opponent can build against fall, it just kind of seems like... You're like, I don't know. It's you.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay. Maybe fall is feeding too much meter to him. Huh.
The big bonus to fall is the fairy, I think. Ooh, death?
You think so?
Yeah, because you send the ghost to them, and you can, like, do a big Pac-Attack original ghost attack.
Would be nice.
both players setting up a nice greed. Unfortunately, WatWuzDat's Pac-Man does not like him. Juicey is Omega greeting.
Is it gonna be an apple? Yeah!
Let's go. Ooh, Pac-Man not being nice. Veteran mode just so fast. Let's see.
Okay, Watt's got really good survival fundamentals. He was in a dicey spot, but I think he's gonna get it to the ferry, potentially.
Which I think in this mode is very strong because you can.
Oh! Okay, never mind. He's definitely not making it to the ferry.
The ferry did not come into play.
I love how there's grooves, but like if you don't make it to the ferry, it's
we may have to reconsider it, veteran, for next time.
I'm liking this chain. This chain's very sick. Both chains actually are looking pretty sick.
I really liked Juicey's actually. That was a nice chain, Juicy.
Oh yeah, nice chain, Juicy. Oh, what? Just actually, both players, just Pac-Man, just being very compliant, very ruly instead of unruly. Ooh, I do like that. Oh my goodness, that was a nice save for the chain.
Yeah.
very clean play from Juicey. I don't know if it is enough to correct his disadvantage.
Veteran mode is just so cruel sometimes.
The one thing helping is that I think they're both on death, so it's easier to offset the.
Yeah. Nobody can even poke right now. Yeah. As soon as I say that, Watt finds a poke, and that's all he needs.
What a shame they didn't get a chance to use their fairy and really pile some more damage on top.
Well, looks
Fall,
like
fall, yeah, fall. Let's go. I want to see the tech. I want to see.
Ooh. Juicey forced into the skim here.
It's a little rough, but not. Ooh.
He is
greeting.
greeting.
This is the greed. Look.
Greetus Maximus.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah!
another greed? Let's go. Ooh.
You ain't never seen greed before.
Oh, look at that damage.
Oh, Watt finding a very big pack clear, though. So that's the
I was
thing.
hoping that one ghost would fall in column 4 instead of 6, just in the little nook that Watt didn't want it to.
Oh. Juicy.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh,
I wanted to see how much I could interrupt by like just doing something massive, but
I don't know.
it's tough.
I'm getting absolute Dan vibes from Fall.
You say that until I touch a jet to you, but we'll figure it out someday. But GG's.
Awesome. So after being bumped to loser's Watt, claws his way back up, takes it. That's pretty hype. So with that, that's.
We go on to grands.
Oh, we're not done. Never
To
mind.
Rodney.
Oh,
Kirk Gamer Fake.
wait, Rodney's still in this? Why did he put up Overwatch 2?
I didn't mean to. I was looking at a DM and I clicked it by accident.
Happens to all of us.
I'm getting bullied. I can't believe this.
Really, you can't?
Okay. Fair. Where is the funny code? Juicey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, the code is posted.
Okay, I'm joining in. Oh, no. Get that desync. Get the desync text away from me.
You don't find that a helpful feature?
Oh, covering my board? Covering, like, even if you're playing a fighting game, like, oh, wow, I love all
Rodney,
this text.
you didn't play through it? I did.
Oh, I did not.
I don't remember how to turn it off.
Oh, you gotta set a hotkey. I'll show you how to do it later. Okay, I'm picking them.
What doing some really clean builds here. Everything's designed to just shave off a line if ghost pieces are not useful. I basically got ducks back, which glad to finally see that in actual matches here.
Yeah, the ducks back is just not quite as necessary in this version of the game because, you know, unless your opponent is using a ghost fall groove in some kind of save stated version of the game, there's just no.
Who would do that?
I don't know. They'd have to be some kind of fool.
You don't say.
But no,
I'm
for the
gonna
most
figure
part,
it out.
especially the vanilla version of this game, there's just not much that your opponent can do to disrupt you halfway through building a chain.
Yeah.
So a reactive kind of ducks back build is not really as necessary as it is in the original version of this game.
Donating more ELO. A lot of money on Rodrick.
Oof. Okay.
I mean this with love, Rodney.
Mm-hmm.
You got a match up against you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the worst he could do to you, Rodney?
I could lose bracket in
Beat
the
him?
row.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see what really ever greeting above half board. He makes really optimized, maybe all the way up to 2/3 board. Like oranges, basically.
I do love a good orange.
I mean, true, nothing wrong with it. And it goes far more mileage with this handicap than normal does, but...
Oh,
I feel like quick 180s are much more useful in this version of the game. And my brain still has not actually conditioned myself to use both rotation buttons in this.
Oh.
Oh, I was doing plenty of triple rotates in my last game.
Oh, triple rotates are a different thing, because you can do those with just one. Okay. What
No,
very
that's what I
convincingly
mean.
closed out.
I don't think I'm also fully used to playing this game with 2 rotation buttons, because I will frequently do triple rotates when they're not necessary.
Yeah, same. So who put all their ELO on Rodney? Just curious.
Doesn't
It
it
was
tell
like-
It
you?
was
Oh, it was no? Well, I mean, it's a universally pretty safe bet, regardless of game, but we'll see what happens. Oh my god, that's actually massive for this late in the game.
hell yeah.
Rodney just kind of cooking.
I don't know, an orange from what though?
Look,
Yeah, both
I
players.
would not put an orange on my grill.
Oh.
Okay. Rodney only needs to close out one more game, and that's tournament. I don't feel salty from 2 years ago now. This is how he's just gonna keep doing this. But like over the course of today, I look at all this and I can see literally everyone participating bragging me like, "Yeah, you can come back stronger." Oh, what threw away the all clear though? Maybe that's
Oh, Rodney
intentional.
really misdropped though.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
Alright.
very unfortunate. I wouldn't be too surprised if that was an intentional throwaway on the all clear.
Yeah, possibly. Not like he would have been really too punished for throwing it out. That would just have made that result faster. Didn't seem natural. Something supernatural caused that. Ghosts.
hmm Very clever set of moves by Rodney there.
Yeah.
Like leaving behind those 2 seemingly orphaned ghosts, but just clearing the line between them.
Okay. Have we seen a veteran mode fairy yet? Or do y'all
No.
keep dying too quick?
What?
Oh, that brutal, huh?
I've seen
Yeah,
one
we've certainly gotten
earned, but
close to seeing one,
unplayed.
but I don't think anyone has actually gotten one yet.
Yeah, I've seen the bar get filled, but not actually playing the fairy.
Alright. Rodrick. Taking Puzzle Wednesday Attacks 6th Edition. 3-1. GG's, dude. I will
GG.
plot your downfall later this year.
Look, plot my downfall. I'll be hyped.
Okay.
Anyway.
You can play Overwatch now. It's okay.
I didn't mean to open it!
Anyway, that was Pac-Attack 6th Edition. We got a couple more events this month. We have on this coming Wednesday, 24th, Jewelry 3rd Edition. That's going to be Poochie Carrot. It's a take on a versus Brickbreaker. Should be a good time. Gonna throw it Saturday, January 27th at 5:30 p.m. EST. It's gonna be the 3rd episode of Margin Time, and we will be having Pedal Crash is actually on to talk about development history of Pedal Crash and a little bit of what to look forward to in Pedal Crash 2. Wednesday, January 31st, we got Lucky Edition. It's Mr. Driller G. My huge bias game. It's a fun time if you like high octane action puzzlers. It's got some real panel to pawn tempo, but sort of control little guy like in Warriors Woods. So you might not even realize you're playing a puzzle and be like, wow, this is neat. And following up the first Wednesday of February, we are going to be back with Hamster Scramble, and hopefully have a few more puzzle bobbleheads in this bracket to really open it sideways and show off what the game has to offer. But I think that's about it. CT, you had fun tonight?
I had lots of fun.
It's a good game. It's a good time.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You have a great night.